Welcome to Straight from the Horse's Mouth, where we cut the BS and give you the truth all about sports. Once again, I am Bryson, host from Bryce Davis.
What's good?
Before we get started, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. It helps with the algorithm. It helps us get views, and it kind of helps us also let us know what you guys like. Whether it's good, bad, happy, or sad, please do those things. This way we get well informed, and we can always do better. But anyway, let's get to it.
Yep.
Football, again, like we talked about last week. We're getting closer and closer to that time. A lot of preseason games took place recently, and with that comes a lot of narratives about what's going to happen this upcoming season in regards to certain players, certain coaches, and certain teams and things of that nature. And one of the big things that I've been seeing, especially as we get closer to the season, there's a lot of rankings that come out. Right, yeah. Top this, top that, and especially as a guy like myself, who does fantasy football, I pay attention to these things because I need to know who to draft, who not to draft. And one thing that I've noticed, especially as of late, is the quote unquote, I don't know if you want to call it slight, toward Jalen Hurts specifically. Obviously Jalen Hurts is a guy who's coming off a Super Bowl appearance.
Super Bowl win.
I'm sorry, Super Bowl win.
They give him his props.
Yeah, he won Super Bowl. Second appearance, first dub. And yet, because of how stacked the position is at the top, it feels like he doesn't get his just due. Like, a lot of people still have him tentatively in the top 10, right? Some people, you know what I mean? And a lot of people are, kind of using things against him, right? Using things like the fact that he has A.J. Brown, and he has Devontae Smith, and he has Saquon Barkley, and he has that offensive line, a stout offensive line. The fact that he has that defense, also known as the Georgia...
the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia Georgia Bulldogs.
You know what I'm saying? Like people, they're using... And the fact that he has a GM who is most likely going to be in the Hall of Fame one day, and Howie Roseman. People are using it all against him, like at some point, like
it minimizes what he's accomplished so far.
What are your thoughts on? First off, how do you feel about Jalen Hurts? First off, before we get any, what are your thoughts on Jalen Hurts?
I love him.
Okay,
I was rooting for him when he got
benched. In the Super Bowl?
No.
In terms
of his career,
almost had you.
I've been rooting for him.
All right, okay.
Now I'm still Chiefs
Okay.
till I die.
All right.
I still don't like that they beat us.
Okay,
but
I do.
I'm glad it was Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts.
Okay,
and a black quarterback. I'm not gonna hold you.
Fair.
Solidarity up in this joint.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been rooting for him since he left Alabama.
Okay.
I always felt like he got like an unfair shake there, and he's been proving himself ever since. Right? Mm-hmm. He proved himself like, y'all don't think I can pass? Bet I'm going to the Big 12. That's all they effing do out there is pass the ball. I got that. When he came into the league and when the Eagles drafted him, I saw the vision. You know what? We got Carson Wentz here. He's banged up a lot.
Yeah.
We need a backup plan. And Carson Wentz kind of crashed out. It was like, well, Jalen, you're no longer the backup plan. You're the plan. And they've rolled with that. They went out, got him weapons. I don't care who you are. At some point, you got to get your quarterback weapons, right? Tom Brady, as great as he was, once the weapons stopped coming, Patriots started sliding, right? Peyton Manning, once the weapons get a little bit thin, it gets harder. So that's not a slight against anybody, right? Like, sometimes you do need the other guys around it. Because what is he supposed to do? Pass the ball to him fucking self? Like, come on now. Like, what are we talking about?
You know what it reminds me of? I remember people were talking about I forget when this took place, like the actual what I'm about to say, but I'm like as far as like when it was shot. But I remember I was watching I think NBA Open Court, and they talking about like super teams and all this kind of stuff, and Shaq was like. Like I don't, he was upset with people. Like he was getting annoyed with people. Like, yeah, I want to play with the best players. He goes, I want to pass when I pass the ball out of a double team. I want to pass it to a guy who I know can hit the three.
Yeah.
So if that happens to be a guy who's top 2-3 in 3 positions in the league, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you should want to play with the best players.
Yeah.
It's like this, right? Back in the day when you're young, and you playing pickup sports. You ain't trying to pick the struggle squad.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
When you was sitting up there, you was picking your squads. You picked 5, I picked 5.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick 5 first. I'm picking the 5 best first.
Exactly. You pick the best dudes out there. I'm trying to get dubs. And I don't care how it looks. We having fun the whole time, beating y'all 16-0. That's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden it's like when you get to the professional ranks, all of a sudden it gets used against you, right? Oh, he played with this dude, it don't count. Oh, he played with that dude, it doesn't count. It's like, wait, I should be penalized because my GM is competent,
right? So we penalizing Tom Brady for Gronk, right? We penalizing my quarterback for Kelsey and Tyreek, right? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. It's a team for a reason.
It's a team sport.
It's everybody has a job to do.
Yep.
The GM job is to draft well. The coach's job is to develop well and coach and prepare well. And our job is to play well. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Now, also, let's not get it twisted. Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, and A.J. Brown were not there the first time he made the playoffs.
Facts.
People forget, like, we stepped in for Carson Wentz. That next year, it wasn't like the roster didn't change too much. No. He still made the playoffs. He got up out of there pretty quickly, but he still made the playoffs. So let's not act like he didn't do nothing beforehand. You know what I mean? I think that like I think that video I sent you guys, I think it said it best, like the struggle fetish. Like, why are we hyping that up? In the history of the league, for the most part, the QBs with the best talent.
Yeah, QBs with the best talent, the teams with the best defense. Like, you have to have a top 5 defense in the NFL to win a Super Bowl.
Right. Typically. So you need all these ingredients to win. And even still, you might not. You still got to go out there and make plays. Yeah. But I want the best receivers. I want to know that when I'm out here getting my head smashed, caved in, that it's not for nothing. When I air the ball out there.
When I look at A.J. Brown on the side and he looking at me like, I got this. I'm like, oh, okay, got it.
I'm throwing it to a guy who knows how to run around, who can actually catch the ball. Yep. When I hand the ball off, a running back who knows how to hit the holes and make moves and do what it needs to be done.
And jump over niggas backwards.
Yeah. Like, I want these guys who know what the hell they're doing. Yeah. I don't want to be out there playing with practice squad dudes and replacement players and guys off the scrap heap.
Newsflash, we're not making it to the Super Bowl, y'all.
Yeah.
If that's on our roster and it's just me,
right,
we're not making it to the Super Bowl, y'all.
At all. Like, I'm not trying to be like the Rudy of the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this isn't a feel-good story.
Right. I don't want to
in the words of Megamind, there is no Queen of England. There's no Tooth Fairy. This is the real world.
Yeah.
Big dogs win championships.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I don't want to be a Disney film over there. You know what
I don't want to. We have to feel
I don't want the Disney crew to pile up on it. I'm going to tell you guys a story how y'all overcame what? We had 3 odds to make the playoffs. We got bounced. That's how our season is. But that's the movie.
Yeah.
No.
Coach Carter, we didn't win.
Right.
No. I want to win.
I want to win this. I want to win it. I want to win
a vignette with Kurt Franklin about how we all moved on with our lives.
Right.
Nah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing that. Yeah, he would go on the we're not doing that. We won. That's how this ended. This ain't Moneyball, right? Or this led to nothing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, we gonna come out as champions, and I just think that whatever quarterback, like, you should not be used against you. Nope. If you think Jalen Hurts is not as talented as Lamar Jackson, as Josh Allen, as Patrick Mahomes, as Justin Herbert, or Joe Burrow, fair. That's fair.
Fair.
But let it be for reasons that actually have to do with his actual on-field ability.
Yeah.
Right? Don't let it be for reasons that has nothing to do with him.
No.
Because every quarterback I just named to you, is Kelsey going to the Hall of Fame?
Kelsey going to
I
the
think
Hall of
he
Fame.
is.
Yep.
Did Jamar Chase just win the Triple Crown last year? I think he did.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, Josh Allen just threw to Stephon Diggs for a whole bunch of seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like these dudes are out here just chucking it up
by themselves.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
We got dudes.
Right. It's not like he got like Amendola and a bunch of 4 of them dudes that receive. No, cut the crap. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tom Brady had Gronkowski, Hall of Fame.
Yep.
He had Randy Moss, Hall of Fame. Yep. Peyton Manning had Edwin James, who's in the Hall of Fame.
Reggie,
Marvin Harrison, who's going to Hall of Fame. Reggie Wayne, who probably should be in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like dudes.
Like guys. You know what I'm saying? Actual studs. Like, you need that to win. Troy Aikman had Emmitt Smith in the backfield.
Michael Irvin,
the playmaker. You know what I mean? Like, guys had dogs, bro. Yep. Hell, our guy, Kurt Warner, had Bruce, Hall of Fame, Falk, Hall of Fame, Holt, should be Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Like it's called the greatest show turf for a reason.
It was the number 1 offense in the NFL.
Right, not the greatest quarterback on turf. No. It's the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a bunch of people. Even Elway. Yeah. Elway, he didn't win on Super Bowl because he didn't have the talent. When he finally had TD in the backfield, Shannon Sharp, you know what I'm saying? Ron Smith, Ed McCaffrey, we winning now. Yeah. Now I got a squad.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Now I got a squad. Let's get it done. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think that it's dumb. What was the first thing I sent you?
The first one was the Tom Brady thing.
Yeah. Now let's I kind of. When I saw that, it kind of annoyed me.
Yeah. So let's get context.
Yeah.
Right. So they were asking Tom Brady about.
So Tom Brady was on Fox's Big Noon.
Yep.
Had a
Joe Klatt show.
Yeah. Doing a conversation, whatever. You know, he works with Fox.
Yep.
Just like Fox.
That's what we use him.
Right. College football about to kick off. You know what I'm saying? So they just talking about him, about the state of college football. And as we all know, it's the same old response that we've been getting.
Yep.
Yo, niggas are getting paid now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It's up for us.
Right. You're right. You know what I mean? We ain't got to do no backroom channels no more. No. Now we all up now.
Yep.
That should be good. We all up. We all eating.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
I'm here. You paid me to be here.
Yeah,
we good.
We good. What's the problem? And he was saying pretty much how the guys today, in a nutshell, he's saying that the lessons that he learned from being, you know, when he was at Michigan, right? Everybody know the story. He was at Michigan. Would start sometimes. Sometimes he wouldn't start. You got yanked for Drew Henson. Like we all know the story. Yeah. You know what I mean? He didn't have an easy 7th round draft pick. Yep. You know, only reason why he played was because Drew played. His story is very unique. Yeah. So I think Tom Brady's seeing it from his lens of what he had to go through. Yep. Like I didn't have it easy. I wasn't, you know, paid this money. And I think he thinks to himself, even if I was playing in this era, I still probably wouldn't be getting the money these guys playing. So I think he's seeing it from that lens. It's like, bro, like, dog, it's not 1997, 98 anymore. Nope. We in a new era now. First off, let's get something out the way. Guys did transfer back then. Yeah. You know what I mean?
All the time.
Like, Troy Aikman went from Oklahoma to UCLA. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because he thought it was a better situation for him. Yep. Right? Guys have always
been around.
That's been around. Now, only difference is guys had to sit out. Yep. Right? So guys do, okay, if I go to this team, I am pretty much losing in a year of eligibility. Yep. Cool, whatever, fine. But guys have always transferred. Guys have always left for their own interest. Yep. I'm not getting enough playing time. Guys are left for that. Yep. This offense sucks. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This offense is premier for that. Whatever it may be.
The coach got fired.
Whatever. Like, guys have always left. That is not a 2025 thing. No. That's an old thing. Another thing, guys have gotten paid too. Yep. You didn't get paid because you weren't good enough.
You know what I'm saying? Another one of my favorite 30 for 30s. SMU.
Yeah, the Pony Excess, yeah.
Pony Excess. They was paying niggas.
Guys, the U. Yep. They was paying. Like, you know what I mean? Hell, even the UNLV running Rebels, doc, they was paying dudes. Like, guys who gotten paid. Yep. Just because you wasn't getting paid, you wasn't getting to the bag. You know what I'm saying? That mean we weren't getting to the bag. Guys getting to the bag just on the low.
On the low.
Just on the low. Yep. Dudes weren't out here just giving their services out just because. No. You know what I'm saying? No. It also made it showing up in different form. Maybe it wasn't money. Maybe it was a car. Maybe it was groceries. Yep. But guys was getting it.
My parents' house got paid.
Yeah, like guys were getting it in other forms. You know what I'm saying? But this notion that guys should have to sacrifice their earning potential because of some sage messaging, you know.
Well, I think the problem that I have with what he's saying is that those two things aren't mutually exclusive. I can get paid a living. I can get paid a wage. I can get paid for my services and still learn those lessons.
Right.
I can still all that he mentioned in that video. I can still learn the lessons about how to endure, about how to push through adversity, all of that, and still make money.
Right.
Right. You did that in the NFL. Why can't I do that in college?
Right.
It's no different. Like, so I don't get why he's trying to separate the two as if because I get paid I lose this. I don't think that's true.
Especially in football where it's like, okay, if we're being honest, I wish I could see the percentage of how many people on average actually transfer. Yeah. Like, I want to know, like, as a whole. I don't care about how many guys are in the portal. Yeah. I want to know on average how many players from when they start at a school to they finish at this school. Like, I want to know what I don't know. That probably doesn't exist, but I would like to know what that number actually is to see, because I feel like it could be, because the portal is such a big deal, it could be blown out of proportion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are X amount of kids in the portal. Where it's like, okay, how many
actually transferred?
Right. Well, how many kids are actually playing college football though? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For example, if there are 100 kids playing college football, but there are 10 kids in the portal, who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it that the math ain't mathing at that point. It's not that big of a deal. I feel like people are making it more of a big of a deal than it actually probably is. I think most kids realistically go to school. Think about it this way. Most kids aren't going to the NFL. Yep. So most kids, like the kids who are transferring, in my opinion, are two types of kids. Kids who came out very allotted, very awarded, high ranking, and they feel like, so they feel like, okay, whatever my I'm trying to think of the word my aura, whatever word I'm trying to figure out, my stock is falling by being at this school. I was a top 10, 100 kid, rivals kid coming out, and my stock
I was a 5-star recruit.
Yeah, and I'm sitting behind, I'm losing my gusto. I need to transfer and get my stock back up. Or kids who went to a school just off the string, popped out of nowhere, and now I went to Little Lamb of the Cross, got it cracking, and now
I'm going up a level.
Yeah, I'm going up a level, increase my draft stock, and get more money. Yeah, truth be told, you know what I'm saying? Those are the two kids I feel like are transferring the most. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the dude who was at a lower level, popped and is like, I'm trying to go to the NFL. Yeah, and I need to go to D1 to get those looks,
or a higher level D1.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
D1. Yeah. Or the dude who came in, like you said, a lot of talent, hasn't really panned out at this school. I gotta go. Right. I just need to. Yeah.
But I feel like the kids in the middle of that, they stand to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they got their money, they cool. You know,
because I mean, how many kids could you actually go to on that team who were just like, I just like it here. Yeah. Right. How many of them are there? Right. Probably a lot more than you think.
Yes. Like, I think most are. I think most is cool. Got my little NIL bag. Yeah. I'm cool. I like the campus, I like the energy, I like the atmosphere, I like the team. I'm cool. Yep. You know what I'm saying? If I ever go to the league, cool. If I don't, I don't. Because most of these kids know they're not going to the league. Yeah. They know they're not going to the league. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So I like to think that I just think that, and I just have this problem with, maybe it's just how I feel about a lot of people who, I mean, hopefully I never turn out this way, but like a lot of adults who are like, not back in my day, but like they feel like things were harder. Yeah. So because things were harder for you, it should be harder for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Like, I don't understand that. Like, we should be figuring out a way to make things not easier, but more efficient and better for everybody going forward. Yeah. What you went through is cool for you, but couldn't it have been a better way to do things? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we should be evolving from when you were in school. It should not be the exact same process.
Just look at what the NIL stuff was trying to do. Right. Look at what the good it's done now, right? We got NCAA basketball and football coming back as a video game. Right. Those were gone for us, the regular football fans, right? Mm-hmm. We couldn't play the NCAA games anymore. NIL's back. It's back on the menu. Right. So there were things that we lost because we didn't have this as well. Like that's another part of me. Is like, look at all the stuff we gained that was good. Right. But besides just looking at all the stuff that you don't like about it, well, what happened that was good because of this?
And that's and before we move on, that's probably my key point about sports in general is I am really tired of people just doing this about sports and not doing this. Then why talk about it? That's my rule for anything. If you don't like it that much, why are you talking about it? Yep. Oh, because you get paid to do it. Yep. So you can do something you don't like for money, but it's not okay for somebody else to do something that not for the most honest of reasons. I just find that very hypocritical. Yeah. Moving on from that, Gilbert Arenas show returned. Yep. And we're not gonna talk about why he was out, but you can look at it for yourself why he was out.
Everyone knows.
Yeah, but the show is back, and Stephen A. Smith popped up. As the guest when he returned, and this clip went viral of them asking him about his relationship with LeBron James. Yeah. And he pretty much said, like, there is no love lost between either one of them. He doesn't like him as a man, as a person, not the basketball player. He still keeps him as number 2 all time behind Jordan. But pretty much there are things behind the scenes that are taking place that he just can't get with. Yeah. And which is why those two would never, he pretty much said, if I ever see LeBron James talk to again, it'll be too soon. Like, that's pretty much the energy I got. You know what I'm saying?
I remember seeing it. Yeah. He made it very clear that I don't care for him.
Yeah. And I saw the comment section, people like, you shouldn't have talked about him as a father and whatever. What I'm saying is pretty much when that's Stephen A. Smith. And as somebody who does like LeBron James and does support LeBron James, I think I got to remind people about this, right? There's a reason that phrase exists of you should never meet your heroes. Yeah. Like, there's a reason that exists. Yeah. I think a lot of people, you will be surprised at how people are behind the scenes. Yes. Like, I think we got to remember is you don't know these people. Nope. You just know what they present to you. Yep. So some people come off as very nice and very generous and very philanthropic. Philanthropic. Jesus Christ. They come off this very holier than thou. Yeah. Family man. And I'm not saying that he isn't. Yeah. I'm just saying that you don't know somebody enough to say it isn't true. That is true. Yeah. To confirm that. You know what I mean? So I think people got to remember what journalists is. Again, we talked about this last week. Yep. Journalists, journalists keep more stuff to themselves than they give out to the world.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So a lot of journalists who have died have gone to the grave with stuff
with
that
they took the skeletons out the closet and buried, and they got buried with them.
Yeah, like they said, you know what? It's
not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It for the greater good of the country,
of sports,
or music, whatever it is.
Yeah.
For the greater good, the only exception to that rule should be politics. That should be, in my opinion, politics should be the only exception. I want to know everything.
And if you've done something truly criminal, that's caused harm to people.
Right. But other than that, some person, who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith, again, he's very connected.
Yep.
He's very well connected. He has people in all industries, all facets of life who put like this. There is no branch that LeBron can touch that Stephen A. can't touch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll go further. There's no branch that LeBron can touch that Stephen A. Smith, if he wanted to touch it, he couldn't figure out a way to get to that lane.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yeah, okay, LeBron, you into the wine stuff? I'm not into that.
Yep.
But if I wanted to be, I could figure out what you're doing.
I could figure out what's going on.
I could figure out what's going on if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I could figure out. You made out. You just because you don't think I can.
I can probably figure some stuff out.
Right. And I think a lot of athletes got to remember is what LeBron James is to basketball. That's what Stephen A. Smith is to media.
Yeah.
It's just different. It just looks different.
Yep.
But what I mean by that is how he's the best at that. He's the best at that.
Yep.
So if you're these athletes, you go, well, man, he lying, not getting information. You sure? Because I'm what you are to your field. So if that's like you telling me I can get that information, it's like me saying you can't get that bucket.
We can take it into another vein. Mm-hmm. Lonzo Ball.
Right.
Everyone was getting on Stephen A. Smith about the whole Lonzo Ball situation. He wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Newsflash.
He didn't play that year.
He doesn't play. Yeah. He didn't play that year.
Yeah.
He wasn't wrong.
Right. Yeah. And I told people that I was like, guys, I've hurt my knee twice. There are times when you hurt your knee, even after surgery. There are times when like you feel fine.
Yeah.
And then hours later, oh my God, like I need a wheelchair. Where Paul Pierce at?
I don't know who Stephen A. sources are.
Right.
He's got them.
He got them.
He's got them.
Yeah.
So if he says there are things that I've learned about LeBron that just rub me the wrong way, I gotta believe that he's seen some stuff.
And not for nothing, he's not the only person that said that.
Yes.
There have been other people out there who have said the same thing in various capacities.
Yep.
That, he can be very, not controlling. Controlling, but not controlling from like a person-to-person thing, but from like a
calculating.
Very calculating.
He's got an idea of what he wants to do, and if you don't factor into that, you're just getting.
Or he wants things to come off a certain way, or look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And he's also somebody who will, from what we've been reported, actually, I guess most athletes are like this, but he's more behind the scenes with it.
Oh, definitely.
Like some guys, like Kevin Durant, if you say something about Kevin Durant, he will literally tweet about it.
Twitter.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopping on Twitter.
He's the source.
Yeah.
He used to do the burner. He don't do it no more. No. I'm Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he got busted for the birdie. He said, you know what? You're right. Let me just own it.
Yeah. But LeBron's somebody who like will,
he probably got multiple burners.
Right. He will, wouldn't shock me, wouldn't surprise me. He will say something, and it may not be through him.
Yep.
Maybe through Maverick Carter.
Might be through Rich Paul.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or varying people throughout the league.
He got mouthpieces.
He got mouthpieces, right? Yeah. So I think that can be frustrating for journalists and media people. And I think there's this weird relationship that athletes have with the media.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it's like they have this conflicting interest, which is athletes, I want my privacy and I want to keep things like this.
Yeah. I want to keep it strictly basketball or football.
Well, no, I literally want you not to talk about me.
True, fair.
Well, media, I want to talk about you.
Yeah.
We have a problem.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Now, the league don't give a damn because we just want coverage.
Yeah.
So if they just happen to.
The league don't give a damn because they say, you go and talk to them.
Yeah, right.
the people who employ you say, no, go talk to them.
Right. But it's still, we want to be good, bad, happy, or sad. As long as they ain't feel like fighting or anything, we want to be in the news. That's good. That's a good thing that we're in the news. One person really, for some reason, understood that at Jerry Jones. People get mad at him, but hell, his team is still the most expensive franchise in sports.
Sports, yeah.
Not so all that soccer, the most popular sport in the world, it is.
Yeah. But
the most expensive franchise is the Dallas Cowboys in the world. So he understood that. Everybody else, for some reason, hasn't gotten it there yet. But the leagues, they know that. So they're gonna give you all the access. But the players, again, they want to keep things close to the chest, locked behind closed doors. I don't want nothing getting out. And the media, we're nosy.
Yeah, well, I think,
you know what I'm saying?
I think the biggest problem with that though is if you claim to be the face of your league, you have to forego that.
Right.
That's not a factor anymore. Right. Are you still entitled to privacy? Of course. From regular fans, absolutely. Get out their lives. You don't need all that. But in terms of how the sport needs you to how to function, you do need to forego some of that.
Right.
Just so that way we can make sure that we're always on the front page, on the magazines. I need all my best people out there always for this sport to survive. And the media is the best way to do that. They'll happily lap up if we give in the access. They'll happily write stories for us.
Also, or quiet as kept, don't have anything to hide.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just I'm not saying obviously you gonna have issues. You gonna have issues.
You have issues.
We're not talking about the personal stuff.
No.
But like, don't tout yourself as one thing.
Yeah.
When behind the scenes you're another.
Because then props to Kevin Durant, he's owned it.
Yeah.
I'm petty.
Yeah.
About myself. And you gonna say something about me, I'm gonna talk right back to you.
Right.
And now we know that. And you take that into account. You take that into consideration when you speak about Kevin Durant.
Right.
He might clap back. And that's just is what it is now.
But just don't. I think the problem with it is don't come off as, you won't have a problem if you don't try to come off as one thing.
True.
Right. The Tiger Woods conundrum.
Yeah.
Don't come off as this.
And then we found out you got multiples.
Yeah, like you,
multiples.
you did his Robin out here. You know what I mean? like don't come off like if you just be like guys like Dennis Rodman never had a problem.
Nope.
Guys like Charles Barkley never had a problem.
Nope.
Hey man, I'm an asshole.
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying?
Take it or leave it.
Like so when news like if I tell you I'm an asshole and you're a journalist and you're a media member and somebody says, you know what, Charles Barkley is an asshole.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. Do that.
Right. Oh, Dennis Rodman, he's kind of eccentric. Thank you. It's a sky blue too.
Do you see him?
Yeah. Like,
Michael Jordan's really intense. Yeah. 6 rings, buddy.
Right. I'm talking about like character things
True.
though. Like
True.
These guys did not hide.
Yeah.
This is who I am.
Yeah, Draymond.
Right. This is who I am. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
So those are the reasons why those guys, for the most part, you know, yeah, they took their licks in the media, but long term, they kind of got more celebrated. They got hip. They got very popular because of that. Because this concept is very authentic. This feels very real.
Yeah, Michael Irvin.
You know what I'm
saying?
Right.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's just who he is.
Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude's kind of insane. You know what I'm saying?
but if you don't have nothing to hide, be your true self.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Stephen A. does have a problem with. I don't think he's telling us that we've never seen the true LeBron.
Yeah.
And that's different.
Right.
That changes things.
Yeah. Obviously we're gonna switch a little gears here.
Yeah. A little quick swap.
Little swap. Little brotherly swap. Yep. Philadelphia Eagles style. Just like last week, how we pretty much had a segment that was kind of more pop culture centric. We're gonna kind of do the same thing today, but this time we're gonna focus on Love Island. Obviously, we've never covered Love Island on the show, but we are fans of Love Island. Yeah. I've been a fan of it pretty much since.
And he put me on.
Yeah, I put Austin on. Pretty much since season 1 in America, but prior to that, I was watching it on Hulu.
With the UK
version, you know what I'm saying? So, been a huge fan, been keeping up with it, can't escape it because it's all over my threads and Twitter and all that kind of stuff.
It's all over TikTok, like it just won't end.
It won't end,
and the
right?
show stopped, like a
month ago, pretty much.
Like a month ago.
Obviously, the reunion was shot this past weekend. A lot of stuff, they're doing a lot of press about it. They've been on Watch What Happens Live on Bravo. They've been on the Today Show. They was on the Tonight Show. I'll be honest with you. In the history of Love Island, in the history of reality TV, I can't recall a reunion that was this much hyped in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like people are so enamored.
They're tuned in.
Yeah, like so enamored with these people, and as far as what their relationships amongst one another and what has taken place since the show has left, that the anticipation for this is going to skyrocket.
Even after they left the villa, people were like into what they were doing,
which for me isn't. That's kind of normal. Like when people are always like, okay, like let's see people are. It's normal for me based on my experience with the show for people to be interested in how these people evolve and move on once a month, especially the people who are in couples.
Yeah,
as the show goes on, people normally in Here's a Love Island really could care less about the reunions though. Like people, I'm being honest with you, people normally don't care.
Yeah,
because it's like, all right, the show's over, we got a month. Like,
I'm good.
Yeah, like, and whatever. Like, all right, maybe we'll see some stuff. Who knows? But this season is different because I think of the drama that took place on the show.
Yeah.
I think people are more enamored with, okay, what really happened in there? What didn't we see? How come there was such a huge discrepancy between how you guys felt about what took place in the villa and what we saw as viewers? You know what I'm saying? Like, what were we missing? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What was the disconnect, right? What are you wanting to know from this? What do you hope comes out of reunion? Like, what are you wanting to know?
I know they already announced this, but I really want to know what happened on that heart rate challenge.
Okay.
Like, why? Because, like, one thing I want to see is, like, is Huda going to be held accountable for what she has done and her part to play on the island?
Right.
Because that whole season, it seemed like no one was really holding her accountable. They said, hey, just don't do this. You know, not so much them, but, like, the fans weren't holding her accountable.
Right. I think, for me, it's... And I'll be honest with you, the things I want to happen, I know aren't going to happen. So kind of, I'm already annoyed. But I want equal smoke.
Yeah.
Right? I want just like, have you ever seen the TV show Lost? That was like the smoke monster on there. I want everybody. I want the smoke monster to go through everybody.
Yeah.
Because everybody ain't clean.
No.
Everybody got a little bit of dirt in their hands. You know what I'm saying? And I want even the small stuff. I want answers for. Mm-hmm. You know, Ace, why did you pick Amaya? What the hell was that about?
You know what, Taylor? Why did you lead a laundry?
Yeah. What was the plan there? Amaya, when you kissed Zach, was that strictly just to make sure you stayed in the villa an extra 24 hours because you knew Alondria wasn't gonna, get physical with Zach, and that would kind of like easily make him think with his dick instead of his heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's probably go with
your dick. Why did you downplay that kiss to Sierra?
Right.
I don't think I'll bring her up, but
not my favorite say, but Pepe. How come you led Grayson on for so long? We based on your actions in the villa, you appear to be a guy who knows relatively quickly
what he wants.
Right? Hannah, very fast. Iris, very fast. It took you 9 episodes to go, you know what, Grayson, I don't think it was just BS. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you probably weren't, you felt like she was a safe option. You knew she liked you. You know what I'm saying? And you knew it would be a risk, dealing with Huda because of her behavior and Andrina, you know what I'm saying? So you rather just kind of like, let me just stay what I know until move on until I have no choice but to make something shake, right? It's a lot of Nick. Like, the fact that Sierra's not at the villa, not at the reunion kind of annoys me because she was a huge part of the show.
She was a huge part of the show. She was there to what? Like,
damn
near the last week?
She just missed the last week. That was it. You know what I'm saying? She was there for all the drama. She was there. Mm-hmm. She missed none of she was there for every part of the drama. She missed none of the drama. And so the fact that Nick, she's gonna, maybe Andy will. I don't know. I don't know how Peacock is gonna handle the Sierra situation. They're gonna bring it up at all. I don't know. They're gonna act like it didn't happen. Who knows? But
it'd be weird if they didn't.
Yeah, but I would like to know, Nick, why didn't you leave? Were you told not to leave? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, what was the reason for you staying? Because as far as we saw, you were technically closed off. And yes, people that did include the real world, they said that.
They said that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody says. They said that. Also, my question for Nick is, did you really ever really like Sierra, or did you just know that she liked you so much that you had the power in that? Because the reason I bring it up is I went back and watched like episode 1 or 2.
Yeah,
when he was still kind of
with Isabella, right?
Bella.
Yeah,
Bella. That's pretty much her name.
Okay.
Bella Dash. That's how you say her name. I literally think that's how you pronounce her name.
Oh, okay.
I think the dash is actually a part of her name. It's not like Bella. It's Bella Dasha. Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out to her parents. There was a part where he was still going back and forth, and he was like, he felt like Beldasha wasn't as into him as Sierra was. He said that came out of his own mouth, and I'm like, when he said that, so I wonder if that's why he picked her, and because she pretty much kept that same energy throughout her entire time in the villa.
Yeah,
is she kept letting it very known to him, I like you.
We can close this off at any time.
Yeah, like she shouldn't have gave. So I feel like he knew that, and just like a lot of guys I think a lot of people in the villa, like were.
I feel like he was waiting for Casa at that point.
Waiting for Casa, or just waiting for somebody to kind of break his way that he could shake with. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I like this person. Because I feel like had Jaden really, I feel like he would have recoupled with Jaden. I feel like had Jaden really picked him over Austin, that he would have been like, cool. And I bet you at the recoupling ceremony, he would have. I promise you would have left her for Jaden. But I want to know. These are things I want to know. Also I want to know is why did it feel like? Did it feel from the inside the villa? Did it feel like that there was a lack of love on the show.
Yeah.
Like, was that feeling there? Did you feel like? Did you guys feel like, you know what? It was hard to cultivate, you know, a relationship in this environment because that energy wasn't there, right? What was that Rihanna song that I can't fucking stand? We found love in a hopeless place. You know what I'm saying? Like because of how, not despair, because of how just the energy, the vibe was in there.
The vibe was there.
Yeah, like did that make it hard for you guys to actually like cultivate relationships with one another on a very romantic, meaningful level? Because again, we didn't see it until the final week. Across the board, where it felt like everybody said the same thing. It didn't feel like Love Island until the last week. Oh, they're going on dates now. Oh, they're getting more lovey-dovey with each other. They're not fighting amongst each other. Well, everybody except Chris and Huda. But everybody, you know what I'm saying. But everybody else is like, okay, like it feels. You know, I'm curious about that. What other stuff do you want to hear?
I kind of want to see because it was reported that Jeremiah and Ace got into an hour-long argument.
Was it an hour? I just heard it was long. I don't know how. I know it was an hour long. I'll be exhausted about it. I'm leaving the villa. I'm done. I'm going to nap.
You got it.
Yeah.
But it seems like from their social media that they're cool.
Yeah, they're cool now.
Like
right.
they worked it out. Like whatever it was. I am curious to see how that played out.
Right.
And I wonder if Jeremiah actually pushed back on Ace on the whole love bombing thing because he was just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
On the whole villa while he was there.
And that's another thing I'm curious about. Because I'll be honest with you, we never really saw anybody else use that language except Ace. Well, and Huda, you know, agree with it because, if everybody, if all the smoke was going his way, cool. Whatever, you know what I mean?
It's him.
Yeah, he's a problem. Let's get it. But he's the only person that I felt like use that language. I wonder how many people in the villa agree with that, and I want to know what did you see from him that you felt like equals love bombing, right? Because I feel like a lot of people. I'm not a fan when people who aren't of that field use words that they have no business using.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After a lot of words and phrases have been thrown out there that should have stayed in like therapist offices and, you know, psychology books that left and went into the ethos and now we're just using it loosely. And I think love bombing and gaslighting are one of those words. And it's like, what do you think he was doing? Because there's a difference between coming on strong and love bombing are not the same thing.
Yeah.
They literally are not the same thing. Some people can come on strong, right? But love bombing can mean a lot of things. It could be planning elaborate dates. Well, Ace, you did that. You know, it could be using your words and overly complimenting people. Well, Pepe did the same thing. If you go back and watch Pepe through the season, he literally used the same phrases when he talked to the women.
Yeah.
Same tone, same voice, it was like his go-to, right? So it's like, what's you guys' definition of love bombing? Or you guys just don't know how to, like, you know, everybody has different dating styles, and you just didn't like his dating style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody, the big thing people want to know is the voting thing. Who voted? Who actually
voted
Jeremiah out? What was that discussion look like? Who threw his name out there first? What, you know what I'm saying? Because we pretty much know now. It was pretty much between him and Austin.
Yeah.
Pepe was never really in danger of going home before we saw. So and at the time, remember, Austin had nothing going for him.
No.
And I had to go back and watch this. At that point, he had already told the guys about how he felt about Amaya. So they kept Jeremiah knowing that Austin pretty much was in no man's land.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting because you decided to keep a guy who was in no man's land instead of a guy who just
making way with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, and probably had a stronger chance of forming another connection. So I want to know what that was about as well. Was it strategy? Was it gameplay? Or was it personal? Because you guys said it wasn't personal.
But to the viewers, it felt like
it is personal. When you send me home, it's personal. You know what I'm saying? When you send me home, I don't care what nobody says. I don't care whatever. I don't care if it's the Bachelor, Bachelorette, I don't get a rose. I don't care if it's the challenge I get voted in. I don't care if it's Survivor. Well, Survivor could be strategy.
Yeah.
Big Brother could be strategy, right? You're too good. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But there are other times where, like Love Island, where it's like, well, and I've seen this happen where it's like, who do we want to keep in the villa from an energy standpoint? I've seen people get kept because, well, we think this person's good for the villa. We think they're a good energy or good spirit. That's why Maya stayed around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People thought like she was a very good energy to have, and they were right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious about that. And also just curious about just how other people feel about other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm just like, Taylor's another thing. Is he'll get let off the hook by the Islanders? Is he that well liked that we just gonna overlook all his transgression?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he just we like you so much that to hell with
what you did. To
yeah,
Andre,
like the obvious you were leading. That was obvious. Also, I want to know how aware was the other cast members that you know what I'm saying
of Taylor.
Yeah,
and how he felt about Alondra.
Yeah, because I was having this conversation with my sister because she was still mad about it, and I was like, well, yeah, even though he told the guys that he didn't feel that attraction with her, there's a possibility that was the last time he brought that up. Probably. So think about that. If he doesn't talk about it in the confessional, if he doesn't talk about it to anybody else, just kind of keeps it to himself.
Yeah,
there is no way for anybody in the villa to think otherwise. You know what I mean? The only person who would really have to be engaged in it and aware of it would have to be Alondra. You know what I'm saying? And my question for Alondra is, did you think your desire for the idea of Taylor was so strong that
outweighed what was going on like
right
reality.
In front of you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you project onto him? And was that the main reason you sent Jalen home?
I don't want to speak for her, but I kind of do because when she was on that interview, she talked about all the things Taylor was doing. It seemed like it was more for like a friend, than a lover.
Yeah. I said the same thing. It's like she kept describing like, well, yeah, he did all these things. He did this. I'm like, oh, so he sounds like
a great friend,
a good friend. I'm like, what did he do for you specifically that didn't involve Ace telling him to do? You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be honest with you, if I was in that villa, the minute I saw him with Clark, I'd have been like, wow.
That's how I felt when watching the show.
He didn't like that girl. He didn't like her like that.
The moment Clark came in, I was like, it's over.
Yeah. We knew it. Anybody who thought he was picking Alondra at that was dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because then at that point, he really tried to play the game. But he was like, nah, bro, like I found my chick. I'm cool now. I actually found somebody I like. And it's funny because he kept using this phrase, kill like feeling, kill like feeling. And at the time, I knew what he meant, but I couldn't figure out the word I wanted to say until after the show ended. I was like, oh, yeah, that's called a spark.
Yeah.
That's what he's describing, a spark. That kid like feeling, that's called a spark. Clark gave you a spark, Alondra didn't. But for some reason, you didn't have the balls to just come out and tell Alondra, you know what? I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
I've tried, and I just I don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe there's a world where Alondra goes, you know what? Thanks for letting me know. And she probably still keeps him. She probably still picks him over Jalen. You know what I'm saying? She probably still goes, well, we're good friends. I want to keep you in the villa. I don't feel anything with Jalen, so I'd rather just send him packing anyway.
Yeah.
I'd rather just stay in a couple with you and just figure it out with other people. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like a safety thing. Give her that grace, give her that power. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I can see it being one or two things. Huge letdown like last year, or the greatest reunion of reality TV history. Like, there's no in between for me.
There's no in between.
There's no in between.
Like, oh, it's okay.
Although Huda left way too happy for my liking. She was like, yeah.
I'm a little worried about that. It's like no one's gonna call her out.
But then again, I will say this: with reunions, typically at the end, especially like people sometimes be like, especially if they was there for 12 hours, there could be a kumbaya moment.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey guys, like, let's let bygones be bygones. It's over. Like, you live your life, I live mine. And we had this experience. It was once in a lifetime. Let's just shake hands and never see each other again.
Yeah. It's nice seeing you.
Yeah. hey, good. Hey, I got a ad campaign. I got to shoot. I got time for this shit. Y'all look, I'm even here. You know what I mean? I got a flight to catch tonight. Like,
Shirley was just on Mariah the Scientist's new.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Everybody got
eating.
Everybody got shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? So like, look, I'm gonna get yelled at. Whatever, cool. I got this bag I'm about to get. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, fuck you. And have a nice day, dog. But yeah, man. Anyway, man, that's all the time we have for you guys today, man. You can follow me at Facebook at Bryce Oding. Follow me on Instagram at Bryce David Oding. Go get
this is my first time.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can follow me at YoungGato_gallery.
And remember, you didn't hear from the horse's mouth. So listen to Ask Who Told You. We out. Peace.